daddy, tell him 25 got it.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25
What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. Listen. Look, I am, okay, so we got a lot going on today. So we are on verdict watch. I don't know, the last time I checked, we supposed to have I don't know if the verdict is going to happen today, but I know that the jury in the Diddy trial is supposed to be doing deliberations after 5. So I'm not sure if they are staying later today or not. But if the verdict come in, just let me know. Okay. But I had to do something different today. So y'all know my birthday was last week. My birthday was on Tuesday. And I just feel like that my whole week had been thrown off. And I'm so much of a control freak. I don't like the way, I don't know. I don't like for stuff to be thrown out. I like to do stuff a certain type of way on a certain type of time. And I don't really have time for other people plans for me or like celebrations and stuff like that. And so last week was my birthday and I was trying to, just people had stuff planned for me that would against what I had to do. And I felt like I was lacking behind. I really didn't get to really do a lot of Patreon videos as I have been doing the rest of the month. And I barely got my Miami video out in time. And then last night, I wasn't even able to watch Atlanta. I only seen Atlanta probably 30 minutes ago. I wasn't even able to watch Atlanta last night because I got in so late last night. And so, well, I wasn't able to watch it last night because I was coming in this morning. And so I watched it today. And I didn't want to start off this week behind. So I said, let me just go ahead and get on in here and start talking about Atlanta. And so I don't know if it's going to be a review or a recap or a rant, but we're going to talk about it because I don't want to be behind. I don't want to be behind for the week and end up being behind for the whole. I don't want to end up being behind the day and end up being behind for the week. So I said, let me get some good words in here and talk about Atlanta. Okay, so what am I talking about? So we are going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 17, and the name of the episode was called Game Over. Okay. Was it a good episode? I don't really know. I think that Atlanta, what they tried to do is they tried to put a bow on everybody's storyline, in my opinion. And it was all right, I guess, but we got to talk, okay? Angela, the top 3 people of the episode was Angela, Brit, and Phaedra, okay? Now, Angela, I think that Angela is the reason why Charles is being attacked. We're going to talk about that, okay? Then we got to talk about Phaedra. Phaedra did it. I believe that Phaedra did it. But if I'm being honest, I don't think that Phaedra did it without a reasonable doubt. I have some doubt because you can never trust the queen. You can never trust the stunt queen like Marcus. Okay? And then we got to talk about Shamea lying. Because, and I believe Kelly did it too. But then we got to talk about Shamea, because Shamea had been going on this when she was promoting this season. She was saying that Brit came for her child, and Brit was talking about her child, but Brit didn't talk about her child. Brit was talking about your parenting. The only person that talked about Shiloh all season was Shamea. Shamea's storyline was like a wounded dog story. Okay, she had a wounded dog storyline, and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, now let me see. Now, before we get started, let's see who in here. We usually start at 5 minutes. Oh, it's already 5 minutes. Dang. Okay. So I don't really got no notes. I just was watching an episode And I tried to write down in what order the people came in, and I could really freestyle about what happened then. Okay. So the episode started off, I got down Porsha. Okay. So we know last episode, Phaedra gagged. Okay. Put a 4 in the chat. Phaedra gagged. Now that is classic Housewives. She gagged Shamea. She said, I didn't forget what you did to me at season 9 reunion, and I'm about to gag you. I remember when you called me the fun auntie, and I'm about to gag you because freaking Frack is back, and she gagged Shamea. She said, Shamea, I know that you was close to Phaedra, but with Porsha, and Porsha isn't here. But I'm sure that you knew Lundi, but Porsha's not here because Lundi passed away, and Shamea was gagged. She was crying because she was gagged. She didn't really cry. She wasn't caring about no Lundi like that. She didn't really care about that. But anyway, Porsha is filming with Lauren. I could really tell that Diane saved Porsha, but Lundi and Lauren kind of favor. Lauren and Lundi kind of favor. Lauren is just a little skinnier version. Am I tripping? I can see it. That's the Hosea Williams side of the family. Porsha and Lauren got the same daddy. They don't got the same mama. That ain't Diane's child. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get my water real quick. Give me about 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I see Dina say Lauren cleans up well, Gabor. She just doesn't take care of her skin or hair. Oh, wow. Hey, Dina, you think Kelly did it by herself? You keep saying that like Porsha and Lauren don't look like twins before the surgery. See, Patterson, I don't see twins. I think that Diane saves Porsha. I think Diane saved Porsha. When we watched Porsha's show, there was a difference between the mama side of the family, Diane's side of the family, and the Hosea Williams side of the family. That's all I'm saying. There was a clear difference, okay? But it seems like Phaedra is going to bury Lundi. I wouldn't let Phaedra bury my dog. I don't trust Phaedra. You know what I'm saying? She would not be able to bury... I just feel like with Porsha and how y'all say that Hosea Williams is a part of civil rights history and this civil rights activist, that they wouldn't need Phaedra Parks over here burying somebody in their family. You get what I'm saying? I don't see it. Okay. Now we don't know what happened to Lundi. What happened to I want to know what happened to Lundi, because they said that she transitioned on the phone with Lauren, and I don't know how many people is on the phone when they taking their last breath. But Porsha said that she got a call while she was at work that Lundi was in distress, I believe is the word that she used, and about 2 hours later she ended up passing away. So I want to know what happened. I hadn't seen anything on social media, but I really don't know. Phaedra is doing the bury to Willie Watkins. Oh, wow. And she's sitting up here talking about, with the Hosea legacy, why does Phaedra bury her? Kind of disgraceful. Right. Willie Watkins is technically burying Lundi. Look, anything with Phaedra, I don't trust it. Okay? Possible heart attack or stroke, R.I.P. Lundi. Nikki B, I think it was somewhat sinister than that. Phaedra works for the Premier Funeral Home. And then, even when my grandmother passed away, they released doves. I remember they released doves at Aaliyah's funeral. Now, Phaedra is over here talking about releasing butterflies. Girl, what? What's the distress mean? Dina, the explore. No shade. Listen, don't get mad at me, y'all. Dina, can we have real talk? Listen, I'm just telling y'all. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what I think. Don't get mad at me. What does distress mean? Distress to me mean, can we have real talk? Did y'all see Selena's? What was the woman named unalive Selena? Yolanda. Distress to me, somebody on the phone, and distress was when Yolanda was on the phone with the pow to her head, saying, I unalived my best friend. She didn't deserve this. She didn't deserve this. I killed my best friend. That is distress to me. That's what I think of when I hear about distress on the phone. So, you know, put a 2 in the chat if you understand. I don't know what distress means. I don't know I don't know if the Porsha even knew what distress means, but that's the first thing I thought about. Okay. Amy J, don't laugh at me. I'm just saying that's what I think. That's what I think. Lundi name is Yolanda. You know her mama name is Yolanda. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh yes. Do it again. No, don't do it. If she was Paw Paw, that would have been all on the news, girl. Listen, baby, it could have been pills. It could have been all kind of things. She said it took 2 hours. Mm-hmm. Okay. Could be difficulty breathing on the telephone. I don't know. Distress means to be suffering from physical pain. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. I don't know. I don't know. I love the nickname Lundi, super cute. But I believe that her mama, I believe that Lundi is a junior because they said Aunt Yolanda. So, you know, some women name their daughter junior too. They feel like I'm just that bitch. That I can name my daughter after me. She gonna be a junior. You get what I'm saying? So Lundi mama probably was like, okay, we're gonna name her junior. Because they said that Auntie Yolanda. And so I believe that Lundi probably was a junior. You think unalive in herself? Okay, that's what I thought. I think of distress and in pain when I hear distress. Okay, my aunt transitioned while my cousin, I was on the phone with her. Oh, I'm sorry, Mo Walker. Just use Google to find out what distress means. I know what distress means. Release some butterflies and swipe. What's good properly? I didn't want to be nosy, but yeah, what is distress? Right. The folks I know who ended themselves were on the phone or in person saying goodbye. Okay, so that's what Phaedra's trying to release some butterflies. Okay, I also think that to me though, can we ever talk? For me, I don't like the content over everything stuff. You know what I'm saying? To me, I just don't feel like that Porsha them. Yeah, the girl passed away and that's your cousin or whatever, and she was on the show, but don't use this as no storyline. I feel like that Porsha them was trying to use this as part of a storyline. Oh, well, Lundi passed away. Let's go over here and film with Phaedra. And you know what I'm saying? It was just more to add on her storyline plate for her. That's what I got. That's what I took from it. That's just me though. But that's what I took from it because they were still over there pouring up. You know, I don't know. Next, we got Angela. So she's over here talking to, I believe her therapist's name was Dr. Wendy. That's the only Dr. Wendy we acknowledge. Okay. She said that all of her money was in the houses. All of her money went into the houses and they're in the ditch. She said that Charles didn't want to invest any more money in these houses. She said Charles told her not to invest that money in them houses, so she didn't trust him. Okay? And she should have trusted him because he was right. She said at the cooking event, some man had came up to her and told her that Charles was cheating on her. And so when she bought it for Charles, Charles told her, he lying. He obviously lying. You trust me, don't you? And, you know, she said that she do trust him. And she said that she don't want people attacking Charles. I feel like Angela gave them the bait to attack Charles. And I'm going to tell you why. I love Angela, I do. But I think that Angela presented herself on this show as if her and Charles was both holding the peach. She didn't really come on the show like, you know, I'm Angela Oakley and I just so happen to be married to Charles Oakley, this NBA legend. She kind of gave it like that we're both holding the peach. It was almost like we had never even really seen Angela by herself. Everything that we saw with Angela, it was presenting Charles. You know, it wasn't separate. It was her and Charles, me and him, as if she was trying to get Charles to do something in front of the camera. Yeah, they were a package deal. Right. I used to think that too, especially how she would play in the jokes when it came to him. Right. I'm like, I don't, to me, I feel like that you gave these people the bait to play with your husband like that. She wasn't like Mama, she wasn't like Dr. Heavenly with Daddy. He was her claim to fame. Yeah, he was her claim to fame. When you invested in 5 homes, then you should have some type of construction background. I get what Angela did, but it wasn't a smart idea. It wouldn't have been that she's going to draw a wedge between them. She would. She could have suffered from asthma and had diabetes. Okay, that's true. Charles, your food is ready. You have to be able to do some work, some of the work. Yes, that's right. She act like Charles is the prize. I just feel like that she even, y'all know midway during the season, I'm like, girl, Angela, what is you doing? What is you doing? I feel like that I don't know. I just feel like that she gave these people the bait to play with Charles like that. And I don't like it. I don't like it. And I think that they want Charles to act a fool so they could get the ratings. And if I was Charles, I wouldn't give it to him. Okay? But she said that she gonna get to the bottom of who ended up coming up with these rumors. Okay? Next, we got Shamea. Okay, Shamea had a music showcase. She invited some of the women. Gerald was there. You know, this is our second time seeing Gerald without him. Usually, every time we see Gerald, we know Shiloh's sick. But other than that, we don't know nothing. I didn't even see Shiloh at the music premiere. I know Shiloh. I know they say that she got a lot of stuff going on or whatever, but I'm sure she could hear. I'm sure she wanted to hear her mama singing and stuff. We didn't see Shiloh there. We seen Johnny Taylor. We seen her daddy. We seen Shia. We seen everybody that was there. Everybody was there except for Shiloh. Okay. Drew ended up showing up. She said she's the resident singer of the group, and she's showing up to make sure that the mic is on. Okay. Now Brit showed up. Baby, Brit didn't have on no panties. Brit didn't have on no panties. I would say it was silk, but we talking about Brit, but she had on some type of silk satin number. And she came in, she didn't have on no panties because she was jiggling, baby. And it was dark and we could see when she came in. She turned around, they say, you ain't gonna speak. And she turned around and go back and hug Phaedra. I said, baby, it's jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. She didn't have on no panties. And then Phaedra made a comment talking about the fake freaking frack. Freaking frack is fake. Y'all not no dynamic duo. That is not nothing that people want to aspire to. You lied on your friend. You lied on Candy, and she threw you under the bus. Y'all wasn't ride or die. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We don't even know if y'all was even friends or talking until you came back on the show this season. That's not nothing that anybody would aspire to. Freaking frack. It's not. It's freaking fraud. Freaking fraud. Okay? Don't nobody care about, no, nobody. You mean fake and fraud? Freaking fraud. I want freaking frack back, said no one. Right. No one was waiting on freaking whack. Nobody. Shiloh don't be there. She could get sick. Oh, wow. CC 2254. There are no real friends. It's for the show. No, there ain't no real friends. Okay? So Shamea, she did her little showcase. Her voice was a little bit shaky. Her outfits was a mess. Did you see the outfit they had on when she saw a t-shirt? And the girls had on the little shirt that said, this is your t-shirt? A mess. Who came up with that idea and said this was Beehive? Oh, I know I'm gonna have the background singers that have on the shirt that say this is your t-shirt. Okay? I think that Shamea was only able to throw a showcase like this because her husband got money and he'll do anything for her to become a pop star. But I don't think that it was a great showcase at all. I don't see it for Shamea. I think that she got a good voice, but just because you got a good voice don't mean that you should be a singer, in my opinion, okay? Drew was throwing shade. Drew said that the mic was on, but it wasn't on. And it should have been off. The mic should have been off. And considering what Shamea has been saying about Drew all season, I believe that Drew was well within her right, in my opinion. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. They changing the names on YouTube. Y'all gotta change. Y'all gotta go put y'all names and have it down. But I believe this is Jerry I because of the picture. He say, I'd rather be frick than frack. I'd rather be frickin' frack than R. Candy. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. Okay. Now Shamea Jane. Shamea doesn't have the star quality. She had several opportunities over the years and she never popped. And you know, it was she said that she had several opportunities. Thank you, Miss 24E, because I forgot that. She said that she had several opportunities over the years because she was, she was saying that she never had the chance. You had the chance, you just didn't have it. You just didn't have it. You don't got it. She was, Shamina, and I feel like, you out there trying to do dance numbers at 40 something years old, girl, it's crazy. I don't know. Okay. After the event, Angela ended up inviting all of the women to a gala. So they're having a something for the Charles Oakley Foundation, and their goal is to feed 100,000 children. Okay. And so I guess she want the girls to donate. And if they can't donate, Kelly was saying even if you could post the info on social media. And so Drew ended up asking Kelly, was it Drew? I believe Drew ended up asking Kelly, how many followers do you have? And she said that she had 150K. Okay. Now I will say this: Kelly is not that girl. I consider myself, I'm almost like Kyle Richards. I can always spot a fake. Kelly is a fake. Kelly is not that girl. Kelly strikes me as a person. Kelly bought them followers. Kelly, she didn't deny her followers went up 80,000 followers right then within this little bitty time frame. And the thing is, Kelly is not that girl. People, when I say not that girl, people don't aspire to be her, right? So I don't believe that she had a glam team before she got on this show. I believe that she got a glam team to get on this show because she wanted to be seen as that girl, but she's not that girl. She did it to come off a certain type of way, which is why when she offered her glam squad to Brit, now her and her glam squad now is beefing because you wasn't really working with them before you got on this show. You got on this show to present yourself as that girl, and you really not that girl. You really not that girl. Kelly not that girl. There's nothing about Kelly that gives me that girl. She ain't. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said her showcase was very empty. I think it's more people in this chat than the people that was in the showcase. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Q, the content guy. And Q, she looked like she had the showcase at the house that she had the showcase at, the little room. That's where Monique did her Netflix special at. Oh, Jesus. That looked like the same auditorium that Monique had her Netflix special in.
You better go ahead.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the super chat properly. She said, give the people what they want, but drag Diane for the pies poor raising of Porsha and Pilar. Sister always loves you. Remember that. Thank you for the super chat properly. I appreciate it. Properly bona fide. With bad and messed up vocals. Kelly needs to spend time with her daughters and do their hair. Oh my God, Miss Edith. Listen, go ahead. Go off. I ain't stopping nothing. Okay? But yeah, I don't think that she's really that girl. Kelly ain't that girl. And Kelly is the one in the confessional that keep on saying that girl, that girl, that girl. Okay? So then she said, oh yeah, because you wanted to compete with me. I don't think, if there was the competition between Brit and Kelly, you lost it. Kelly. If there was any type of competition, you lost it. You lost it, darling. Okay? So then Kelly tried to read Brit and say, girl, let's give us a certain type of amount because people need to know how much to give. My whole thing is the girl said get 250. You could give what you can't get out of your kindness of your heart, and I gave 250K. That's how much I gave. So what is it? That comment didn't eat like the way that y'all wanted it to eat. It didn't eat the way that y'all wanted it to eat. At least not to me. Right, Dina? I gave what I gave. I gave what I gave. Because I want to know how much you gave. This is the thing for me. I'm not coming at Brit for giving $250 if we don't know how much all of the other girls gave. And that's just me. I don't think that we should come after her unless, because all I saw was Kelly give was by 5 or 6 packs of water. 5 or 6 bottles of water. Okay? Gigi, thank you for the super chat. She said, I believe Kelly was cheating on her husband. That's why he was going upside her head. Oh, yes, Gigi. I know it. Listen, I believe that she was cheating on her husband. That's why he was going upside her head. And I also believe that's why she was over there at the chop shop. I do. And that's why she was so hurt by it. And that's why she was still doing interviews. And all of a sudden she had to talk to her daughters and stuff about it. I definitely do. I do believe that. I do believe that. And I could be wrong, but you know, that's just the part of being on reality TV. I believe that she was cheating on her husband. He was going upside her head. And I believe that she went to the chop shop. I do. I do. Okay. So, even when Shamea come out and greet the women, she's in a confessional saying, and this is what I was trying to tell y'all before. Porsha is Shamea's storyline. Porsha was Drew's storyline. Shamea is in a confessional time, but I wish Porsha was here. But I understand why she's not here, but I sent her flowers. I called her. Girl, you just had a showcase. Why are you in a confessional talking about Porsha? Celebrate the people who was there for you, but the producers don't even have, because your storyline revolves around Porsha, right? But the producers don't have enough respect for you to not even mention Porsha in your highest of highs. This is one of the highest moments of your first season of the show or of your storyline, and they steady in here asking you about Porsha. And not only are they asking you about Porsha, they putting it on the show because your storyline revolves around Porsha. Your storyline revolves around Porsha. That is what it is. It is what it is. Why does we care if Portia's not there or not? Her cousin passed away. She wasn't able to make it. Oh, well. She sure made her way over there to Phaedra's house. Did she? She sure made her way over there to Phaedra's house. Shamea just ain't that girl right. I hate for you late to the live thing. Sorry. See, it's not just Porsha. Shamea talks about Porsha every chance she get. I haven't, Milwaukee, I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all gotta let me know. I don't remember Porsha saying anything about Shamea bad on the show. I don't remember it this season. Does it what? Yeah, her storyline revolves around Porsha. Shout out to Drew. Oh yeah, Drew does too. And Porsha's storyline revolves around Drew. No, cousin Courtney. Porsha's storyline don't revolve around Drew. Drew's storyline revolves around Porsha. Okay, so then all of the women leave, and then Shamea said that she wanted to talk to Brit. Okay, she said that Cynthia came and told her that Brit went and told Porsha that she was still talking shit about her, and Brit stood on it, and I believe Brit. Okay, and my thing with Shamea, girl, it's not like it was something that we hadn't already heard or something that we don't already know. Even Angela said it. You was going around saying that you didn't think Porsha was a good friend because you wanted to join the show. Porsha didn't really want you to join the show. She wanted to be on this show independent of, of you. You were saying she wasn't a good friend. You were showing the text messages. You was Queen JJ. No, Porsha started with Drew first. Let me tell you something, sweet baby. Queen JJ 201. Porsha started with Drew first because Porsha had already knew that Drew was trying to make her storyline, and she was using it with Dennis. She was using Dennis to try to make Porsha as her storyline. Yes, baby. Yeah, Porsha called it out first. And like, basically, girl, I already see what you're trying to do. I already see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me your storyline, you the nasty, dirty B, and quit playing with me. That's what she did. And yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Go. So it's not nothing that we hadn't already heard about you, Shamea. So I don't know why and that's the thing though, when these girls, they click up. What's good, princess? This is the thing, when the girls click up against each other, they treat people like Brit. So Brit could be telling the truth. The girls are never going to give it to Brit because they don't like Brit. And now they're trying to ostracize her from the group, right? So now she's trying to make it seem like, oh, Brit, you're lying. No, baby. The stuff that you have been saying about Porsha, that is your storyline. Shamea's storyline was a wounded dog storyline, right? Porsha not a good friend to me. Me and Carrie Hilson was in the same group and she made it and I didn't make it. Look at Shiloh. It was like a wounded dog storyline. right? And so you said it. You showed the text messages. If you didn't show the text messages, how would Brit know exactly what was said in the text messages? Right? She knew exactly what was said. You showed the text messages. You did. Okay. So then she deflects, and then she goes to say, well, she made some comment about now we know why. I'm glad that you got on clothes. Now we not know why you don't take shots because you get butt naked when you take shots. You get naked. And she was like, I didn't get naked. And she said, I didn't get naked. And then she was like, yeah, I did. Because she was trying to say, I didn't get naked. I showed my tits, but I didn't get naked. And she was like, yeah, I did. She said, did you go and check on your daughter? Yes, baby. Did you go and check on your daughter? And she wasn't talking about Shiloh. She wasn't talking about Shiloh. Did you go and check on your daughter because you was crying when you was in Grenada, the girl, about how you was going to go see about your daughter and she was sick and she was this and she was that. But then we seen you went to Miami. You didn't go straight to Atlanta to go see about your child. You went to Miami with Brit and y'all was doing shots after shots after shots after shot. And so she was like, I don't think Brit was wrong. But Brit wasn't wrong. Brit wasn't wrong. She wasn't talking about Shiloh. She was talking about Shamea being a parent. And so talking about Shiloh is, listen, I don't want to talk about the baby, but she wasn't talking about Shiloh. She was talking about Shamea, and Shamea didn't want to hear it. So she was saying, don't bring up no, you can say that she brought up your child, but she wasn't talking about your child. Yes, she brought up my child. We could say that, but there's a difference between bringing up your child and talking about your child. There is a difference. But Shamea want to play this wounded dog, and you didn't want to whoop her ass about it. You didn't want to whoop her ass like you said later on in the episode. You wasn't going to do that. You wasn't going to do that. The only person that's been talking about Shiloh on this show has been Shamea. I was here for the read that Brit gave Shamea. She wasn't talking about her child trying to play in the lady's face. Yes. Yes. And then she walked off. I said, you're acting like a bitch. I didn't call you a bitch. Another reason why P didn't want her on the show, Shamea getting lit, and I'm afraid is only going to continue. Shamea think that she is doing, I believe that Shamea think that her performance on the show is good, and it's really not. Her reads are not really landing the way that she thinks that they are. So then she goes and tell Brit that she popped pills. That's a recycle, be original. The only way that you could bring up Brit popping pills is if you seen her popping pills or you got some receipts of her popping pills, right? Or you got some pictures or something of her popping pills. Because if she would have told me something about popping pills, I want to know how many pills y'all got to put into these. Let me be quiet. Listen, Shamea, you just got to be, when we talking about pills and medicine, when we talking about pills and potions, and medicines, okay? And you got Shiloh over there, okay? You might want to stay off the pills. That's all I'm saying. You might want to stay off the pills and leave that to somebody else. Thank you for the super chat, Cutie Content Guy. He say, Lapdog is so nasty to have a rumor that she was talking about that baby. You got ate up again and she didn't yell, or call you out your name. Let me hold your hand and walk you out the door, loser. And did you see her get the walk? Did you see her get the walking out with Johnny Taylor and her daddy behind her? Po thing. How you got ate up right there and then your mama and your daddy walk up out of there with you? My mama would have been like Mama Lucy and probably tried to hit the bitch upside the head with the purse or something. Brit hasn't either the EQ or IQ. It's got to be editing. She isn't quick enough. She was. I will say this though. Brit ain't running from fights. Brit ain't running for fights. Brit was leaning over, cool, calm, and collected when she was her. She was like, "Yeah, I think that you jealous." She was like, "A Porsha?" She was like, "No, if Brit, no, y'all think," and that's the thing. Y'all think Brit and Kelly Kelly and Shamea think that they gagging people with their friendship. Girl, don't nobody care about y'all. Ain't nobody threatened by y'all friendship. Y'all thought y'all ate the girls up in Grenada because y'all was dressed in the same outfit? Nobody cares. Bitch, you're trash. Y'all are trash. And Shamea, how are you a millionaire and still looking like, girl, you look a mess. Was not friends like that. Exactly. Had us thinking she said something so disgusting when it was you getting ate up and called out for your piss poor being a mother. Right. Shamea is such a disappointment. I told y'all, nobody cares about your friendship with Kelly. Nobody cares. Woof, woof, woof. Two lap dogs. Two lap dogs. Okay? So then they started giving a montage of everybody. I heard Kelly over there say that she's a wino mother. She's a drink. She's a drinker. Every time we see her, she drinking. You know what I'm saying? I believe that her and Shamea, y'all know why they bonding. Y'all know why they bonding. Because of their kids. They bonding on their kids. But she, you know, I think that Kelly, you know, listen, I'm an oldest child by a couple of months. Kelly, you done went over there and you done had them other 3 girls. I don't think that you should be having. I'm gonna have to go over there and watch it. What's my niece's name? What's the oldest niece? What's her name? You's a mother. Just because she the oldest child don't mean that she got to be mothering these other 3 girls. What's her name? Chloe. You need to back up off of Chloe. Them not her kids. You the mother. Raise your kids and raise your child. Chloe ain't no mother over there, and you got her over there making bacon and stuff for these kids and stuff. Because them younger 3 kids, like, they'll eat you out of a house and a home. You know what I'm saying? How much bacon we gonna be making in this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Let Chloe be her own independent woman. You over there, you should be able to cook and stuff for them other kids. Okay? But yeah, every time we see her with she always got a drink in her hand. And she, you know, she said that it keeps her sane. Because she'll probably be going crazy over there. But you know, you do always have a drink in your hand, mama. You giving drunk. It's giving drunk. I wonder what kept Brit from attending the reunion. Me too, Shayla. Me too, because I feel like she has such a promising future on the Real Housewives. I mean, I don't think that she is like I don't think that she belonged, but I think that she earned her spot. Can we say that? She was giving Zeus. She do give Zeus. But I think that she earned her spot. Oh, and by the way, I got a bone to pick with you for not answering me in terms of what I got to do to take you on the date, Mr. 66. What you mean? New deal, new me. Thank you for the super chat. New deal, new me. They say no lie. Bristol Brit ate up everybody but Kenya. She did. Did she eat up Kenya? No, you know. I just think that she just really got triggered from Kenya so quick because the Kenya said peasant. To me, that wasn't enough. So we got that montage. Then we got Drew and Ralph. Now, y'all want, so this is what I get to telling y'all about Drew. That Drew is a liar. So Drew was trying to make it seem like her relationship with Ralph was so contentious that he had to be in the basement and it was a problem with him. And her storyline was Dennis. That didn't fall through, so she had to recycle the storyline with her and Ralph. And ain't nothing really going on with you and Ralph like that. Because at the end of the day, you and Ralph was able to sit in that living room. He was comfortable enough to sit in there and started playing the piano, and y'all had a conversation. You're trying to be dramatic for a storyline on the show, Drew, and we can see through you. And Drew, and another thing with you, Drew, not really with you. I want to say this before I forget. Shamea had the audacity to say that she was acting later on in an episode. It must have been on Tubi. But what acting credit does Shamea got? Shamea not even on Tubi. Shamea not even on Tubi. At least you start, and you know you didn't. I don't think that you really did a good job because you know T-Boss is the first Beyonce. But you played T-Boss. Shamea was like an extra. She probably was a Zeta in Stump the Yard, like a fake Zeta on Stump the Yard. You was an extra. She didn't even have a name. She was worse than Garcelle in Coming to America. She was worse than Garcelle in Coming to America, and you sitting up here talking about being on Tubi? At least Drew do have some acting credits. She was on Drumline. Yeah, Shamea was on Drumline. She played a Delta. She played a Zeta or something. And no shade to the Zeta, I'm just playing. She played an off-brand Zeta in Drumline, right? She was somebody on the yard, walking around on the yard. For me, can we have real talk? I would never, if it was me, I would never tell anybody that I was in Stump the Yard if I didn't have a character name. If my character, like if I was Garcelle, I would never tell anybody I was in Coming to America unless I starred in Coming to America. You get what I'm saying? Off-brand Zeta. No, I don't have no disrespect to the Zetas. You know, one of my faves, Cheryl Underwood, is a Zeta. I'm just saying she wasn't given AKA. She wasn't given Delta. She wasn't given Sigma Gamma Rho. You know, she gave me off-brand Zeta. She was an extra, like an off-brand Zeta. I wouldn't even give her Zeta Phi Beta. Here's what they call it, Z Kitty Kitty. Z Kitty Kitty. That's what they used to call them, Z Kitty Kitty. No real talk when we call it Divine Nine off-brand. No, I'm just, you can't wear them letters and stuff on those shows like on Drumline. Because on Stump the Yard, I read what's my man name? He was on Watch What Happens Live earlier this season. Wait, he got my phone. Let me look. Let me see. His name is Will Packard. Will Packard said that they got sued by some sororities and fraternities in a Divine Nine because they was wearing those when they did Stump the Yard, because they was wearing or had on the paraphernalia on the show. Yes. So yeah. Okay. So we did that. Phaedra was on a fake date with Checky. Now they calling him. Now they calling Check Shay Shay or Chi Chi. Che. She don't went on a fake date with him. You ain't really with him, girl. Bye. Who else we got? So we had, because they did a montage. Yeah, it has to be licensed. And the crazy part about it, Chi. It has to be licensed. And the crazy part about it, Color Me June, he said that he is an alpha, and the alphas like tried to sue him, and he is an alpha, and he had reached out to the alphas, whoever the manager and people of it is, like the headquarters. He reached out to them. They never got back to them. And once the trailers and stars started running, they tried to sue him in the movies. They did. Okay, so we had Phaedra. Let me see who else. We had Phaedra was on a date with Shaq. She didn't really tell anything else that happened with them. Let me think. Who else we got? Let's see. Because I only saw the episode one time, but I ain't really taking no notes. I just didn't want to be behind. So we had Drew. She went on a date with Shaq. Okay, so now we at the event because Angela's storyline tied up with this. So she had the gala. Girl, Angela. When I saw Porsha getting out the car, I thought that was Angela, because that's how you show up to an event. Okay? I thought that Porsha was best dressed. Porsha looked nice. Shamea looked a mess. I just feel like with Shamea, she can't be wearing hoods and capes and stuff like that. Right? She can't be wearing hoods and capes and stuff like that. Shamea didn't look good at it. I didn't like it, but that was a bad dress that Porsha had on. I thought that Brit looked good. Kelly's too small to be wearing that big stuff like that, but it was a nice gala. I wish we would have seen how much money they earned. They collected. they raised. I wish we would have been able to see that. Okay. They ended up, it was something, she ended up honoring a lady from Perth. That was a domestic violence organization. They help women escaping domestic violence relationships. And then they did Meals on Wheels. And I'm trying to understand. I really didn't understand the Porsha. I was shocked when she was saying that they was going to honor Porsha, but Porsha ended up coming up there. I feel like so after Porsha ended up getting her award or whatever and going up there speaking, Porsha sat down. She got the crying and she went to the restroom. Cynthia said, "Come on, let's go to the restroom." I feel like Shamea is just trying to find her way on camera to be around Porsha. I do. I do. They said 107K. Okay. 107K. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. And that's a good start. You know, some of the girls, y'all remember, you know, we gotta be realistic. See, Angela is a student of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She didn't get on the show trying to raise $1 million. Like, who was it? What was my girl name? Eric Snow. Deshaun Snow. Remember Deshaun Snow was trying to raise $1 million? And then I believe Katie was trying to raise $1 million her first season on Potomac. Right? $1 million? Even though I do believe that Charles have the connections where he could have raised and he had an event where he could have made $1 million. Okay? So what happened was we didn't know that behind the scenes, Angela, we're just gonna talk about it. Angela ended up meeting with Marcus. So I'm trying to understand why we bring in Drew in for the shits and giggles. Right? So she ended up meeting up with Marcus, and it was another man that met up with her, Drew and Marcus, and it said that he was a person that worked at the restaurant. She said that Marcus said that Charles had came to the restaurant twice with another woman. Angela said that's not true because he was coaching in the Big Three at the time. Okay, Angela, I do believe that Phaedra, and let me get this picture. It's a picture I got of Phaedra, and I'm gonna put this picture. This picture gonna be up here for the rest of the episode because this right here, and Bravo knew that when I seen this picture, it was signed, sealed, and delivered. Phaedra did that shit. I could look at the smile and tell. And y'all gotta pay attention to Phaedra. It's possible, Gabor, your friends are broke. Look, how Gene, how were my friends broke and they the one who threw the event with $1 million and they didn't make the money? How was it possible? I'm not saying that it ain't possible. I'm just saying they the one who threw the event and didn't make the money. This right here let me know all I needed to know. Phaedra did that shit. Where we at? Here we go. Did y'all see it? This right here let me know everything I needed to know. I said Phaedra did that. So Marcus, so Angela, the thing is this. The way that you presented the case, Angela, it was a flop. And I love you, Mama. And I think that you did good. But you had a good season. But what you tried to present at the end of this episode or this season, to me, it was a flop. I know Phaedra did it because I know she's a nasty, dirty bitch. But the way that you presented this was, Angela, it was a flop. It was. I'm sorry. So you started it off. You wanted to get all of the women together. You started blaming Kelly. My whole thing is, for me and Kelly, there is no way, and I'm just listening, there is no way that Kelly, for me, would be able to escape my wrath. It's not that I think that she did it, but you were sitting right next to me, talking about, what about that baby? Don't everybody know about that baby? You always gotta come apologize for something to me. And then I come to you at your event, I help you with my husband. I offer the NBA legend. You having a cook-off with the NBA legend, Charles Oakley. Y'all having a cook-off, and now all of a sudden, somebody coming all up to me, walking up to me, that this man up here walking up on me, and then you go over there all of a sudden go give a toast with these niggas, and he get to saying this. Kelly, please, girl, listen. If you wasn't a part of it, you should have been. Because ain't no way you gonna make me believe it. Can you feel me? Ain't no way you gonna make me believe it. And if you pay attention to that Phaedra, when Phaedra get to scrunching up her face the way she was doing, acting like she was confused and she can't see and she ain't got her contacts in, that's what I do when I don't be having my contacts in. My face be scrunching up or whatever. I can't really see without my contacts in. That's how she be moving. My mama be like, put on your glasses. Where's your contacts? I get the squinching on my face like that. That's what Phaedra was doing the whole time. She do that all the time when it's a lie of something going on or some shit that she involved in. She always get to do it. She always do it. Just pay attention. I've been watching the show for a minute. Phaedra does that. She get to squinching her eyes and stuff up. Then she said that she thought that Kelly did it. I mean, Brit did. And Brit was like, I didn't have to do that. Why would I do that? I'm married or whatever. And see, I believe that, I told y'all last episode, I believe that Kelly, for Kelly to be convinced that Brit did it, I believe that Kelly probably set it up to make it fall on Brent. I mean, to make it fall on Brit. I don't believe that Brit did it. I don't think that Brit is that smart. Can we have real talk? I don't think Brit is that smart or that calculated. She's not gonna go around to try to get you. She's gonna try to get you herself, right? Brit ain't the type of person who gonna pay somebody to off you. She gonna be caught with the gun, with the gun and the powder that come out the gun, all of that stuff. She gonna have that on herself. She's not gonna pay nobody to do it. She ain't that smart. She ain't that calculated. So I don't believe that Brit did. I don't believe that Brit did it. She ain't sneaky. She just gonna tell you how she feel right in your face. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said it was Kelly. Marc said that it was her assistant that invited him, and Kelly was over there nudging Shamea, thinking they were gonna accuse Brit. Wait a minute. Martha said that her assistant. Well, who was her assistant? Who was her assistant? My crush set it up. Who is my crush, JW? This is a whole conspiracy theory you got going. Me? No, Mo Walker, this is Ashley. No, I told y'all last episode, so let me tell you. I told y'all last episode, I thought that it was either Kelly or Phaedra. I said that last episode. And I don't mind being wrong, but I thought that it was Kelly or Phaedra. Ain't no way y'all gonna tell me that Kelly went over there and did a toast with the girls, GWORLS, that she went over there and did a toast with these girls and they said that. Oh, I don't like this. We're not a part of that. Kenny, get them out of here. Girl, please. Girl, please. I would have been stumping that bitch in the parking lot. And so then she go get Marcus. Lamont did it. Lamont did it? Oh, wow. Oh, Monty. Lamont did it? Lamont Junebug. Oh, Monty. Brit was the first one to say Charles was cheating at a restaurant, but said Shamea said it. Lamont was a smart, that nigga you said was something. I ain't, now, Dina, that's why don't you get the line on me. I ain't never said nothing like, I'm just playing. I did say that. I just know that y'all love to get in the chat and be like, no, you did say that. I did say that. I'm just playing. Because I know that y'all was typing in your phone like, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Lamont is the publicist. Her publicist is who they talking about, Amy Jane. Look at Tangle. Look at Tangle 55 getting ready to tell me. Yeah, you sure did, Brittany, her husband. Hey, Simply Sakina. Kelly is the one that Angela opened up to about Charles's infidelity. Girl, can we have real talk? Could we have real talk? Bitch. Who, girl? That's some shit I'll take to the fucking grave. I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine talking to one of your friends and telling them your nigga done cheated on you and you still with the nigga? Girl, please. Bitch. Girl, I would never. Could you imagine and sitting in front of a camera doing it, pay these girls. Look at Princess, get out of here. Somebody, you was looking at man up. Princess, I was not looking at man up. That's how lies and stuff get started. Dina told me to check my inbox, and I went and looked at the pictures. I wasn't looking them up. Cheating isn't a deal breaker for every, it ain't, Dina explore. People get it how they live, and I get it how I live. What I'm just telling you is, I couldn't imagine sitting down in front of a motherfucker telling them he cheated on me, and we got past it. Girl, you don't get out my face in front of the camera, right? I'm taking the L's to the grave so my frenemies can read me. Absolutely not, right? So they go and get Marcus. Charles saw him, and Charles was like, "Get the fuck out! Get your ass up out of here!" And did you see Charles was finger fucking him? Did y'all see that Charles was finger fucking him? Finger fucking them is when you put your finger in their face. And he was like, "Mr. Charles Oakley, didn't I tell you I was sorry?" Angela, bitch, came around the corner in his little purse talking about, you know what I'm saying, being walked in. Because Western Collar went to go get him. Did y'all see the little bitch come around the corner in his purse? And Angela, I feel like Angela, I don't believe it beyond the reasonable doubt, because y'all let him, the enforcer, I feel like that you should have had the enforcer there, and he should have had the man talking. I feel like that Angela thought that you had a moment, but you lost your moment when you brought Marcus to the event and you let Marcus give a speech. It should have been, Phaedra told me this. Here go the receipts. We met at this date. We had to do this. We had to do that. You get what I'm saying? It was a, what analogy? The enforcer. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. And Charles like, get the fuck out. And Angela was giving me, trust me. She was giving abused woman a little bit. I don't know. Trust me. And he was like, I ain't trusting shit. Let him talk. I was like, oh wow. Angela was a mess, mama. It was sloppy. Angela, it was sloppy. I'm sorry. I wasn't I believe that Phaedra did it because I know Phaedra. If you pay attention to what was going on over there, and Phaedra was squinching her eyes and stuff, Phaedra always get this little crazy look. What is they talking about? And she's sitting right next to the bitch. What is they? That's how she was doing when Porsha was over there with Candy, and she was what? Now I'm the dang old villain. What are they talking about? It's Phaedra did it. Phaedra did it. I can tell. And when I knew that Phaedra did it is when she started bringing up the foreclosure. Phaedra did it. So they're looking, squinching her eyes and shit. What is going, girl? Yeah, Angela, it was sloppy. Charles ended up leaving the event. The boy gave like a little speech, and he kind of said, it was Phaedra. She was the godfather of Atlanta, or the godmother of Atlanta, and all of this other type of stuff. Real punk shit. It was lackluster, in my opinion. I know Phaedra did it because I have been, again, y'all ain't gonna be able to convince me that Phaedra and Kelly had something to do with it. But beyond a reasonable doubt, I can't say that she did it. I think that your investigation was kind of sloppy, Angela, and also, Angela, what I see from you is I want to see you get upset a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Angela. She still wasn't really upset to me. She is real, I want to see her get down. She just really like, and she was still talking a certain type of way. I don't know. And that was the end of the episode. Well, no, they were sitting down, and even as Angela was still trying to read Phaedra, Kelly and not Kelly, Shamina and what is the girl? Brit was getting into it, and she was saying that the girl talked about her baby, and Portia was like, "Well, what did you say?" She was like, "I wanted to whoop her ass." She said, "Girl, is that a threat?" She said, "No, you're the one that threw the threat. You threatened your Kenya with a pistol, you whore." But if she, my whole thing is, and this is the thing that I be saying about y'all. Y'all continued to film with the girl after she threatened Kenya with the pistol. Again, y'all only getting now. Y'all only mad because this stuff has turned on y'all. But y'all in band together behind Kenya when she was. You get what I'm saying? It's hard for me to feel bad for y'all because she should have been off the show. She should have been off the show. But you can't come and use what she did to Kenya now when y'all are still on the show with her. Like, girl, right. Why didn't they stand up for Kenya when it happened? You can't come and use it now. Okay? Um, and that was the end of the episode, so we thought. Now Porsha is back filming in the house. She did a little fake workout in the house. I don't care what y'all tell me. I don't care. It's just certain stuff I'm not budging on. And if you think that Porsha did not call ICE on Simon, you a goddamn fool. Porsha called Simon on ICE. And when I say that Porsha, because some of y'all get slow in the comments, when I say that Porsha called ICE, either Porsha called him, she probably had Mama Diane do it. Porsha called ICE or Porsha, somebody in Porsha's camp called ICE on Simon. And that toast that she gave Mama Diane at the end gave me everything I needed to know. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That last scene was creepy. Baby, Tangled 55, that was the whole game. That was the whole game in full effect. The mama did it for her, Amy. She messed things up for herself by calling ICE. Well, Clara, she didn't really care about it. She just wanted to film in that house. She just wanted to film in that house. And that house, baby, she looked like they had to put a drone in that motherfucker to shoot upstairs. Did you see it? Not Cheers to Deportation. Oh, Simply Sakina, we get this show in the house. They had to put a drone. They had to put a drone in that motherfucker to film upstairs because we seen PJ upstairs and it was almost like it was a drone going to the roof so we could see how big it was in that motherfucker. I say, damn. Yes. Yep, a drone, yes. Someone in her camp, because Porsha was talking about how she was advised prior to filing. Ain't no business like whole business right here. Dirty Diana was celebrating on the inside she gets to keep her house. Yes. Their house will be in foreclosure next year. I never hate on a woman get the best of a man in the divorce. Sorry, y'all. You know, I'm not hating either. I would have called for their house too. Michelle, I would have called, girl. Yeah, I'm calling. And y'all wouldn't have been able to make me think that I didn't call. Dirty Diana, her sister called ICE for her. Yeah. That toast told it all. Yes, it did. And she said, I went out with a lot. My first marriage, she didn't get nothing. She got rolled over on. This time, she said she wasn't letting it happen again. She may just pull this one off. Y'all pull what off? She get the film in the house, but she ain't gonna. I just think that I don't see Simon being able to stop Porsha from doing certain things in the United States. Like when it comes to the house and the property and stuff like that. Now, and just like I don't see Porsha getting how much was it, 30,000, 40,000 a month in spousal support? I don't see her getting that from a man that's not in the country. So I think it's gonna work in both of their favors a little bit. He ain't gonna be able to pay her the 40K a month, and he ain't gonna be able to stop her from filming in the home. She better sell that house quick. She can't pay Simon the equity on that house until she hit a super lick. She'll be out in 5 years. She won't get it, but when the house goes up for sale, he won't get his ass. Porsha won't be able to pay for that maintenance of the house. Baby, not in this, not in the continent. Exactly. He in Nigeria. He's not sending her no money. Nah, he ain't sending her no money. But she said that she was paying his child support. What a dummy. I don't believe that. I want to see the receipts. I want to see the checks. She made because 40K is a drop in the bucket to someone worth 360K. Simon is just bitter. Mad at me, mad at me. I wouldn't send a damn thing. 500. What? Simon will be sending Porsha an email to send him $600. She got scammed again. But I don't think that Porsha really care about that. I honestly, truthfully, I think that Porsha just care about filming in the house, though, y'all. Man, 360 million. I don't believe that he got 360 million, Sharjay. Nobody made him sign that prenup. They better sell it while it's still worth something. That's a bad house, though. Because I've seen it on when she was filming the YouTube channel. Matter of fact, speaking of YouTube, have y'all been watching Kenya Moore's YouTube? I had to stop watching it this last episode. I felt like she was brown nosing at the Tyler Perry. Because this is the thing, this was the beauty of Wendy Williams that I try to tell y'all, the beauty of Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams didn't try to be industry, right? I think that we can all agree on the type of movies and stuff that Tyler Perry makes. And so I think that when Kenya was talking about Tyler Perry, she was talking in a way for her to still be able to get a gig with Tyler Perry if the opportunity ever presented itself. So she was talking like she was trying to defend Tyler Perry against us and not giving her real, raw, and true emotions. And that's what a lot of people in the industry do. They won't give you their truth. Oh, y'all say no? Y'all don't mess with Kenya like that? Simon is going to get that gold card for $5 to come back and make her life hell. That green card, if Simon doesn't pay the 40K a month, Porsha gets more equity in the house when it's sold. Hell no. The ex-wife said that Porsha was lying about the child support. They said that in court though, Deidre Douglas. Man, it's a no for me, dog, but she looked good. I'm watching Kenya's channel. Kenya looked good. She wants him to produce Life Swirls On, and nobody's gonna watch it. Yeah, Kenya needs a job. And Clara Johnson, I do think that that's another thing that it is too, though. And see, Kenya, I think that Kenya kind of fooled us into believing we thought that she was just going to be talking about what happened on the show with her confessionals, and she tried to turn it in. She tried to turn it into almost a podcast, right? And did you see Kenya? And let me tell you, I don't care what y'all tell. Listen, that Kenya, y'all know I'm Team Twirl. Y'all seen Kenya back over there with Marc, don't you? Kenya back over there with Marc. Kenya back over there with Marc because me and one of my friends had a conversation about it. Y'all are never satisfied. Damn, what's good, Top Chef? She back over there with Marc and she wanted us to know that she back over there with Marc because what happened was when she did that first episode, the third episode of the Life Swirls On thing. Oh, you know I'm lying. Oh no, baby, Marc was in the video. See, she could have edited Marc out of that first episode of the show, right? She wanted us to see that Marc, yes, Simply Sakina, she was over there filming in the restaurant, in the hair salon, and Marc was there. And she could have edited Marc out of there if she wanted to, but she didn't because she wanted us to know that she was back with Marc. And now, if she couldn't help Marc being on the live, right? She couldn't help Marc being on the live in her house because he was there, or if she didn't want us to know that she was with Marc, she didn't have to click live. Right? Because that was at the beginning of the live. She could have waited until Marc left the house and then filmed. But no, she wanted us to know that she was back with Marc. Don't be no fool. They said Marc living in ATL now. Over there with Kenya. Kenya got it bad from my mama. Okay, true. Kenya ain't coming back to RHOA though ever. I don't see it. She said that he was a homeless person. They're both squatting in more manner. Marc was there to watch Brooklyn though. Aaron, girl. Brooklyn been watched all this time. Aaron. She didn't need him to watch that child. Cause ain't no way. See, Aaron, those are the excuses that, mothers, those are the excuses that mothers try to play with y'all, try to play with people when they getting back with the nigga and be like, he was just there to watch the child. What I'm telling you, Aaron, is he could have been there to watch the child. He didn't have to be on camera. She could have, if it was just about him there to being able to watch the child, she didn't have to put him on camera. She didn't have to put him on camera. She wanted us to know that she was back over there with that local. Because he was trying to stop Brooklyn from being on the show. Now I'm annoyed. Marc is going to make her ass take her ass for the little coin she has left. My God, I believe it because he's been vocal about how Bravo did her, which is all for him. Two brokies. Brit ate Kenya up because she's no longer on the show. But I think that with their lawsuit that Brit filed, well, they say she didn't file it. But what happened with Brit, that's going to be Kenya's return to the show. And Kenya is desperate because if I was Kenya, Bravo would have to beg me to come back to the show. And I want a Candy Burris contract when I come back. Same with you, I can't give. Right. Kenya doesn't have a job. She doesn't need to Brooklyn. Well, she doing YouTube now. He will work his way back into Ken's home. A user, he has a lot of his businesses now he won't sell. He has lost all of his businesses. See, that's a tease for E17. Lexi Lane, I don't want to see that. Oh, he giving her support in dyke payments. Oh, dick payment. Okay. Marc absolutely is going to take her coin and bounce again. Is that a flex though? Getting back with her ex? I think to certain people it could be. I think that you have certain women who try to play like it's not a flex. Kenya is the type of girl who that is a flex for her to say that she back with her baby daddy. Me and my ex-husband is back together because Kenya didn't even really know that man to marry her. Kenya didn't even really know that man to marry her. And while we're speaking about these babies, who is Ebony K. Williams' baby daddy? Do we know who her baby daddy is, or she went to a sperm bank? Let me know. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. He say, so both Brooklyn parents are unemployed with failed businesses. Someone called CPS for Mosley Manor. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry I. You always call when she isn't that sharp, just don't marry him again. Sperm bank? She went to the sperm bank? Wow. Have we seen Baby Liberty yet? So Ebony was Ebony, Young B. Have we seen Baby Liberty yet? For some reason, y'all, I feel like that the sperm. I feel like the Baby Liberty daddy probably white. I just feel it in my bones. That I feel like Baby Liberty. She probably went over there and did what the Brad did. What's good, Top Chef? I miss you. He say in court documents, Porsha was making $1.5 million from Housewives. Y'all don't think that Kenya was making just as much or more? When y'all get a Bravo check or contract, hit the link and talk. I don't think that Kenya is broke. I don't think that Kenya is broke. White man's firm, no, a white bus driver. You already know it. Yep, I believe it too. I feel like it too. She went to a sperm bank. I didn't know that she went to the sperm bank. You know, I'm not trying to, I know Ebony K. Williams. You know, I know Ebony K. Williams from my days. I used to watch every interview that the Breakfast Club did. And I did not watch New York, but I know who she is. And I knew that she wasn't married or anything like that, but I just knew that she had popped up pregnant. Well, I believe she just popped up with a baby. And so I didn't know. I think Ebony went to a sperm bank and asked the Brad or Judy. Oh, wow. But I was watching, she said that she thinks that Diddy gonna be found not guilty. And she said that she didn't know. She said that she didn't think it was because they didn't prove their case. She just thinks that the case was sloppy. But she said that with Carlos King last Wednesday, they went live, I believe. Yeah, it was last Wednesday. They went live and Baby Liberty was in the background crying. And I was like, oh, she really do got a baby. She really do got a baby. Kenya put a lot of money into the salon. Kenya was trying to sell used clothes from her salon. It was broke. Fifi, she over there trying to sell her reunion dresses now, child. And she had to let the people know, well, you ain't gonna be for no $5. So I said, girl, why am I going down bad? She posted the back of her baby head. It's a white man baby. Well, young You'll be, oh my God. She posted the back of the baby head. Girl, people be killing me how they be trying to take, that's, that's what Kenya used to do. And that's what Beyonce used to do too. Just show the feet of the baby or the hand of the baby. When people get to doing that, girl, don't nobody give a damn about them kids like that. But I do, I like Ebony though. I think that Ebony is beauty and brains. It's hard for me, honestly and truthfully, when I look at a person like Ebony, it's hard for me to see why Ebony is single because I think that Ebony is gorgeous. I think that she's smart. I think that she's well spoken. And I would think that somebody would, I would think that a man, a straight man, would see Ebony and I just think that she just gives me wifey. I just don't see a reason why Ebony is single. But you got some women like Ebony though they stand as tall to be too high. I don't know. But Ebony, I think that Ebony is a beautiful woman and she's smart too. So it's hard for me to see why Ebony is single. I like Ebony. She's probably intimidating. Me too. I like Ebony. Based on the jury's question today, Diddy might be going upstream. Wow. Also, money don't last forever. You have to keep on making it for it to last. It eventually run out. It do. It do. But Ebony don't have to. That's what my and Watson. That's what I'm saying. Ebony don't want. She won't have to get a bus driver. But I think that men with money probably want. I think that sometimes men with money want women who they can kind of run over. They don't really want a woman with a backbone or who's going to have an opinion or say something back. They want a person who's very submissive in all aspects of their life. You have to be shaped like Kenya to fit her clothes. Sweet Black, you could. Sweet Black, you could. You could. You could have it tailored. Ebony probably has on wheels. They want Porsches and Brits. Ebony was engaged to a man with money. I love a woman with standards. She'll find her man someday, and that's okay. Yeah, and I just was asking because I didn't know if she was in a relationship with somebody and had her baby or not. But I think that Ebony probably could afford to take care of a baby though. But yeah, baby Liberty was at home. We heard baby Liberty, and I was like, this is a working woman over here doing this podcast with Carlos, the blogger. If she wanted that baby and not a man, I respect it. I respect it too. It's a lot to be honestly and truthfully. I had a revelation. Like I don't. It's hard to deal with people. It's hard to be. It's hard to deal with people just being, in a relationship with people, or even just talking to people. You know, like the phase before you start claiming the person like as your spouse. That is kind of hard too, making compromises and stuff with people. So I could just imagine doing that with a baby. You know, I couldn't imagine doing it with a baby, and so I know it can be hard, and I respect it too. And what size is Kenya, bitch? Mm. This Ebony probably does not have time for any BS, right? They want someone submissive, right? Ebony was researching for her father on Real Housewives of New York. Maybe she has man issues. They clearly don't want Porsches. Look at who she attracts: DL men, village whores, and scammers. Ebony not dealing with the fool la la. It's slim pickings when you have standards. Yeah, babies in this comedy is crazy though. Could be like Ashanti and their husband of hers. What is it? What's wrong with Ashanti and their husband of hers? Ebony is don't know if a man is ex-murder, but you will know that she needed $10 for a medium pizza. That's dumb. I understand why some folks are thinking if life is smooth and no drama, no need to bring any. Right. That's what I'm saying too. You see, Ashanti is going through it with Nelly and Parenting Styles. Is she Rosanna G? I ain't watched the show. I ain't watched the show. That ain't nothing but a broke man's Jay-Z and Beyonce. No, Erica. I can see you, Erica. Ebony eventually found her dad. Not sure if they met up. She found her dad. Did you? Baby, you know, y'all. I remember. I'm telling y'all. I listened to Angela. I was listening to Angela Martinez podcast, and Angela Martinez said. I remember Angela Martinez said that. What did she say? Oh, Kelly Rowland was over there. Oh, Angela Martinez was saying that she was looking for her daddy because her mama had told her that her daddy was dead. Found out her daddy wasn't dead, and she tried to reach out and find her daddy. And the people found her daddy, but the daddy said that he didn't want to meet her. He was married again with another woman with kids. And her daddy said, Angela Martinez's daddy said that did not want to meet her, knew she was alive and living and everything, and didn't want to meet her. And you never really think about that, you know? Because I feel like sometimes people think we always see so many success stories that we never think that maybe this nigga don't want to be found. He know that it's a child, but that's what can we have real talk? For me, I just don't believe that no niggas gonna be knowing that they don't got no kids out there. I don't. I don't. I don't. Ain't no way you could tell. Ain't no way you could make me believe that you ain't got no kids out there. But I was watching. I told y'all that I had watched Untold the other day, the Shooting Guard episode, and Gilbert Arenas said that he never met his mama before. Gilbert Arenas said that he never met his mama before, and he didn't say that she was dead. He just said that he never met his mama before. And I think that I was talking to my mother about it, and my mama. I was telling her that it's probably like a Kenya Moore type of situation where my mother. I was telling me and my mother was having a conversation about it, and I was telling her that is it wrong for if a woman, because I believe that a woman should be able to do whatever she wants to do. If she gets pregnant, she should be able to do whatever she wants to do with the baby. But I believe that if she put the baby up for adoption, I believe that she has to tell the father, in my belief, that she's putting the baby up for adoption. And me and my mother was having a conversation, and I was telling her that is it wrong for a woman to tell? So in the process of a woman telling a man, "Look, I'm pregnant with this baby. I don't want the baby," and he says that he wants the baby. Is it wrong for her to have the baby and give the baby to him and not want to be there for the baby? And she said that she couldn't do it. She said that she couldn't do it. I was like, I know that you couldn't do it, but is that wrong for the woman? Everybody don't want to be a parent, right? At least she gave life to the baby and then gave the baby to the daddy. But I don't know if that happened to Gilbert, but he just said that he never met his mama before. He said that he was born somewhere else. His dad wanted to be an actor, and his dad ended up moving him to LA with him. It was just him and his dad ended up being like a security guard for Sylvester Stallone and some people like that. Mommy issues can damage people bad. Stevie J never met his mother either. Ooh. It's just so funny how you see people who I don't know. I know a lot of people who ain't never met their daddy, but I've never met nobody who ain't never met their mama before. Just like to me, one of my best friends, my grandmother, when I talk about my grandmother, like my real grandma is my mama's mama. But to her grandmother, her real grandmother, Mimo, is her daddy's mama. She didn't have that close relationship, and I always thought that everybody was closer to their mama's mama, but she was closer to her daddy's mama. But I also think that was because her daddy's mother only had one child, which was him. Gilbert was very disrespectful towards women. That explains a lot. Oh, I remember he was talking so bad about dark-skinned women. But my mother, after I seen the Shooting Guard documentary on YouTube, it made me not like Gilbert Arenas. It made me not like him. When men can have babies, they can have the liberty to choose. No, it isn't, because she told them rich people have nannies. They are not changing diapers and dealing with kids all day. I wouldn't say all day classy Quilla, but for me, though, For me, I want to be. I want to change my babies and stuff, diapers and stuff like that. I mean, of course, they're gonna have they'll probably have a nanny or whatever while I'm at work or doing what I need to do. But to me, I just don't think I'm side eyeing parents with money or rich people who, when they baby, you think Jay Z and Beyonce are changing diapers? I do. I do. There's nothing wrong because women have babies by men and the fathers don't want nothing to do with them all the time. Right. I'm just saying, for me, I don't think it was anything if we Kenya mother giving her to her dad to me, I don't think anything is wrong with that. And I believe that that woman's decision should have been respected, in my opinion. Right. That's just me. And I know it probably be hurtful for Kenya, but I don't think that they did that the correct way. I never liked the Gilbert because it doesn't do anything but hurt Kenya. It doesn't do anything but hurt Kenya. Gilbert was terrible to Laura Govan, always trolling her online. He has issues for sure. I don't like what he did with Halle Berry. For instance, he said that he was at a game and he had heard a whole bunch of Hollywood producers. Halle Berry walked into a game in LA or something like that or whatever, and a whole bunch of Hollywood producers and stuff were saying, "Oh, she acting like she don't know us. She wasn't acting like that when she let us smash and this and that and this and that." And my thing is, just because those men said that, don't mean that it was true. So for you to hear that and put it on the podcast, yeah, you heard them say it, right? So that could be true. But that doesn't mean just because those men said that Halle Berry did that. I don't know. You agree with me about Kenya? Yeah, I don't. I think that Aunt Lori them and the family and stuff. I think they meant good, but it ended up hurting Kenya in the end. Is Kenya mom mentally ill? I don't know. Ashanti was breastfeeding too, so she doing it to herself. If she wants help, she needs to make it easy for people to step in. Wait a minute, what's going on with Ashanti? Baby, Beyonce is not changing diapers. Believe what you want. I'm not saying that Beyonce is changing every diaper, but you better believe that Beyonce is over there changing the diaper. The problem is kids grow up. Right. Mental health can ruin a family. Kenya has been producing bad scenes since she stepped on the show. He probably lying about it. He's that evil. About his mama? Kingsley, I knew your ass was going to show up when someone said something about B. What is Yes, Ashanti is breastfeeding because that is her milk. That does not mean she is changing diapers. Those rich people have nannies for that stuff. She's a married single woman. Ashanti? But Kenya's story is different because she's around her mom and she ignores Kenya. Kenya didn't ask to be here. Kenya didn't ask to be here, but she was here and her mother gave her to her father. I think that Kenya's mom decision, if I gave my baby away and didn't give it up for adoption, that doesn't mean that my family get to bring this baby around me. I just think that people's decisions, when they make decisions stuff like that, need to be respected. And I remember on Lori telling Kenya, "That's my mama." I remember Kenya telling Lori on the show, "That's my mama, and I can come over there if I want to." And I remember Lori telling Kenya, "I don't believe that you do. I don't believe that you do, because we don't really know." And she told Kenya, "You don't know what we told your mama behind closed doors." It's a very touchy situation. Every rich person don't have nanny. And then Ashanti said she does diapers on Breakfast Club. Nelly has way more money than Ashanti. She got lucky getting Nelly. Why did he have to say that? Stop embarrassing women. Yeah, why did he have to say that? Yeah, I just don't. It was some stuff that I seen with Gilbert that made me side eye him a little bit or whatever. But once I saw this Shooting Guard documentary, it really made me not like him. And It was a really good documentary. I had no idea that I remember hearing about the Gilbert Arenas and them bringing the guns in the locker room, but I don't remember paying attention to it like that, like that. I think that I was in college when that happened. But sometimes on these documentaries, you get the whole backstory. And once I seen it, it just made me not like Gilbert Arenas anymore. But the guy, Javaris Crittenden, he ended up going to high school. He went to high school. He's from Georgia. He ended up going to high school with Dwight Howard. And so he basically, the story is he ended up getting robbed after things didn't work out for him in the NBA. He went back to Atlanta and he was like a lick. People was like trying to rob him. So he ended up getting robbed one day. He ended up finding out who robbed him and he ended up shooting or trying to shoot the guy and ended up shooting a single mother of two children named, what was her name? Papa. Peepa. I believe her name was Peepa. And he pleaded guilty to killing the woman or shooting the woman. And he went to jail and ended up getting out in like 2015, 2016. And he got out in 2016. And the police in Atlanta said they ain't never heard of no case like that before. But what happened was the district attorney was Dwight Howard's uncle. And they believed that he ended up making a deal with Javaris Crittenden, and which is the reason why he's out of jail. And they didn't even contact the family to let them know that they was going to be letting Javaris out of jail early like that. But I believe that he should be able to pay. When I hear stories like that, I believe that Javaris should be able to pay for her children to go to college or whatever, or something for those kids when they graduate high school or whatever they want to do. Does that mean Kenya's dad didn't or molest the mom? No, I don't know if that means that Natasha Cooper. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying that I don't know if I doubt that he R-worded or molested her. I just think that when kids, I believe that she probably was young and they did something and she probably didn't want to have the. I believe that in my head, in my mind, I made up in my mind that Kenya Mama probably said that she didn't. A lot of people don't believe in abortion, and I believe that she probably was going to have the baby and give the baby up, but she probably tried to consider him, and him and his mama said, "Well, we gonna keep the baby," and she probably said she didn't want nothing to do with the baby. And sometimes people think that you don't mean what you say. Well, she don't mean that once the baby get here, it'll change. Girl, look, the girl said what she said. And then the baby is here, and now y'all trying to force her to be a mother to this child. And she said that she didn't want to do it. And that's why I gave you the baby. I could have kept the baby if I wanted to be a mother. Kenya said that her mother sent Brooklyn gifts. Yeah, I remember her saying that. Make the white pay since he's getting deals. I think abortion became legal the year after she was born, Roe versus Wade. Rich people work for their money and lifestyle too. Kenya's dad said if the mom came to him and asked to pretend Kenya never existed, he said that he didn't want to do that. Kenya said that the mom came to him, but how did he get the baby, young B? How did he get the baby? Please say the baby. Well, y'all, that's all I got for right now. Did y'all see that they did y'all see did y'all see that they called Antoine Massey? They found Antoine Massey. What I'm shocked about, they found Antoine Massey. Real quick. They found Antoine Massey in Atlanta. I mean in New Orleans, a mile away from the jail, dude. A mile away from the jail. Didn't cut his hair. He wasn't cross dressing. He wasn't. I don't understand. I don't understand. They caught you a mile away. His hair wasn't cut, nothing. He was in an Airbnb. And then they said the Airbnb lady, the woman was saying that she'll answer their question. She didn't want to be on camera. This is why I don't trust the laws. Don't be trusting the laws. She said that she didn't want to be on camera, baby. That woman came from across them gates, baby. And when I tell you that woman was on full camera and she had on like a long skirt, she had on a long green skirt with some Nike socks and some tennis shoes with a black shirt. I forgot what the black shirt said. It probably said Queen or something over there looking crazy and as a motherfucker. I said, girl, put her right on camera. One of his family members got that $50,000. Her whole entire face, Tiffany G. They showed her from the top of her head to the bottom of her shoes. The cameraman filmed that woman from head. Yeah, from telling you did say justice. It sure did. Her shirt, she had on a black shirt that said justice with a green skirt. The green skirt went right above her ankles. She had on some Nike socks and some tennis shoes, looking crazy as hell. Yes, she did. Any more? It's one more out there. It's one more. Most assumptions are dangerous. Most what? Most what? Kingsley. Kingsley, you know they got your name is a zoo. Go ahead, normal people. Tune. They broke out and have nowhere to go. Right, see Patterson 22 screaming. Nobody booked the flight to Cuba. They can't get you out of there. This is my thing. This is what I was telling people, and I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was telling my brother this. I wouldn't have left if I knew that my family didn't have no money to get me up out of here. I would have never left. But y'all, that's all I got for right now. Thank y'all so much. And then, and this would be killing me with Bravo. Why is the reunion gonna be on the 13th? The season already was not that good. Oh, question. If y'all Angela, is y'all coming back to the show? I would have followed Ice right to Mexico. Why they change our names? Lyrics Mom, your name is still the same. Your name is still the same. And why is it 3 parts? I don't know why they're trying to give us 3 parts. And to me, from what I've seen in the reunion trailer, y'all, to me, Shamea just looked lackluster. She arguing with people on the side of the same side of the couch that she on. You know what I'm saying? It looked just lackluster. And this is the first time that we had a reunion with a friend of the shows. It looked like the friend of the show is going to be out there the entire time. So they needed Phaedra and Cynthia out there the whole time. Yeah, Angela needs to make some money. 3 parts for work to needs I don't know. They're gonna lose me if they keep it up. Life is after life. The statement Angela put out yesterday made me sound like they're not coming back. See, Miss Fancy Pants, that's what I told them on Twitter, and they tried to come and tell me that I was reaching. I said I was reaching when I said it though, but to me, I felt like that Angela was upset at the way that Charles was being portrayed. She has to take part in that, in the way that he was being portrayed on the show. But she said that Bravo had enough to show Charles as a good father and a good husband that he was, and they chose not to. Carlos said that he had connects to make sure she comes back. Charles is too old. Yeah, Charles is too old for this. Oh, Johnny Angel say Charles got to go after that performance. It was look, Johnny's Angel. I love Angela. That performance was a flop last night. That performance was a flop. Oh, Angela is paying for that home. Angela said she looked like Beyonce. MBJ, she did not say that. Beyonce? Beyonce. Beyonce is like, I don't think that y'all know what Tina birthed. I don't think that y'all realize what Tina birthed, what Tina gave birth to. Beyonce? Girl. I know Angela didn't say no shit like that. Beyonce is like one of the most beautiful women that we ever like laid out. Beyonce? Charles is just trying not to break a hiccup aboard. A new show of Trap Queens is returning back July 10th or July 11th on BET. Denise Marshalls, you have to let me know, Mama, what is Trap Queen? You know, I don't know nothing on BET no more. I ain't watched BET since shit. When's the last time I watched BET? I haven't even watched the BET Awards that happened this year. What was the last thing I watched on BET? I used to watch that show that Irv Bon Bon. What was that show that Irv Gotti used to do? Where he used to make it like a music video. He used to take a song and make a movie, like a mini movie out of it. I used to watch that on BET. But that was like in 2017, maybe 2018, 2017, 2018. Tales. I used to watch Tales. Y'all seen that Don Juan wants to be the new Carlos King? Who is Don Juan wants to be the new Carlos King? The finale was so disjointed. Some stuff just came out of nowhere. They trying to fit a lot of conflict in the finale to have something to argue about at the reunion. Right. Since the House of Pain was brought to BET, that was good. Tales was all right. Some episodes was all right. My favorite episode of Tales that they did really, really good was I Got a Story to Tell by Biggie. Now that was a good episode with the dude who played, and I believe that is what got him to play. I believe that Tales episode, and this is why I say sometimes y'all can't be having your eye on the prize so much that you forget the little things. Woody, yes, B. Spencer. Woody played the robber. The girl from My Wife and Killed, what is her name? I believe her last name is Jennifer Friedman, played on there. Elise Neal was on there. That was a good episode of Tales. A Story to Tell. That was a good episode. I like that one. That was my favorite one. Angela did an interview, and the interviewer said she reminded him of someone, and she said Beyonce. People tell her that. Let me go look at a picture of Kelly. I mean, of Angela. They must have been talking about Angela. What's Oakley? They must have been talking about her aura. Well, she probably was giving a shout out to Kenya Moore. Not Beyonce, baby. Not B. Beautiful girl. Not B. 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 The only person I see that look like Beyonce is Solange. I don't even really see B in blue no more. B? No. That was my favorite. Right, okay. She was joking. Of course she had to be Wise. Or she probably needs some medicine. Baby don't want over here yelling, act like he knows everything going on behind the scenes. Ain't nothing. But whatever he hears Shamina tell Candy. See, Bacchus, where is the punk? I mean, where's the bitch? I mean, where is this at? Don Juan. When Gabor says Beyonce was mommy of the lady of New York to that lady to the flavor of love. I know, that's what I'm saying. It does. You know, Beyonce? That's a stretch. Dina the Explorer, you know you can't say anything about B because Kingsley will go crazy. And me too. Unless, if you're going to say something crazy about Beyonce over here, it got to be the truth. I'll be saying that Nene Leakes was like Beyonce. It's like, right, Nene Leakes is like, did y'all see T.S. Madison over there on TMZ? This is why I be saying, y'all can't trust no stunt queen. T.S. Madison was over there telling TMZ that Nene is definitely thinks that she's a dude, but that doesn't mean that she's transphobic. What? So she thinks she said I saw it right before I came on. He said, I mean, they said that Nene definitely thinks I'm a dude, but that doesn't mean that she's transphobic. So does she? It's such a. It's such a. It's so confusing, child. Look, Nene looks like Carisha's mother to me now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Before I go, I am pissed off at y'all. Y'all did not tell me that it's a Lizzo motherfucking summer. Lizzo came out with her mixtape. My face hurt from smiling. And when I tell you that Lizzo about to send Cardi back to the drawing board, that Lizzo about to send Cardi back to the motherfucking drawing board, when I tell you that Lizzo ate that motherfucking mixtape up, let's be real, y'all. It's a Lizzo summer. It's a Lizzo summer. Listen, Cardi probably gonna have the song of the winner if she come out with something. But Lizzo got the song of the summer, baby. Lizzo mixtape went off, and she sent a lot of Lizzo sent a lot of the rapping, and I think that with her mixtape, she showed that she can hang with the best of them. Lizzo showed that she could rap with the best of them. Come on, man. Did you buy tickets to bring? I don't think she has managed to finish middle school. I think she definitely has a big penis. Outside is a good song. Outside is it? No, it's called Crash Out. Crash Out. Lizzo was one. Yes, the lot. You better. Thank you, Nisha. She ate it up. What's the name of it? The name of it is called "My Face Hurt from Smiling." Did anyone listen to the Lizzo songs? Is the question. What you mean, Jerry? What you mean? I listen to all of them. Lizzo is most definitely a rapper. Lizzo ate it. Listen, let me tell you, JW, go on, JW. I think, but outside is a banger. Outside is a banger. Giddy on my titties is a banger. Listen, the album, the mixtape is very, very good. I think that what I really want is for her and B and Megan and somebody else to hop on the either on the outside the crash out beat or the whammy the giddy on my titties beat together. And she got a feature from Doja. Doja is a very good rapper too, even though I don't really listen to a lot of Doja music. Doja is a very good rapper, and I don't think that is she writing? Is Doja a writer? Is she writing her raps? It don't really matter to me. I'm just asking. I think I will consider Doja a lyricist. She's a very good rapper. And I like the way that she spit. The girls listen. Oh baby, the yiddy on my titties go, man. I did yesterday on my cardio. I was listening to Lizzo the whole day at my workout yesterday. I was listening to Lizzo all of my workout yesterday. She ate. And the album to me is so Houston. To me, man, Lizzo ate that up. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, "You the only one that listens to it is what I'm saying. I only think Lizzo eating is a burger child." Jerry, I think that, but see, the thing is this: if Young Miami had put out that Lizzo mixtape, Lizzo and Young Miami can't catch a beat for shit. Doja writes, okay. Doja is a good performer. I don't listen to Doja either, but her features be saying some shit. Yes, Doja is good. Doja is a good rapper. Doja is excellent. Yeah, I didn't really pay a lot of attention to Doja like that. The only Doja song that I really knew was like that, with Gucci. But she is a very good rapper. But no, Lizzo mixtape is really, really good. And it shows to me that I just feel like a lot of people are fatphobic. Because if a skinny girl or if Cardi had put out what Lizzo put out, it would be considered a hit. It would be. I do. I really do believe that. And I really do believe that. It seems weird that I don't think I'll connect to the music content Doja. You gotta listen to it, V Spencer. Cause I didn't think that I would either. But I went to her essentials and I think that she got a nice flow on her, and I like the way that she spit as well. Anxiety by Doja is fire. Can I say something? And y'all don't get mad at me. I loved Doechii before she won Grammy of the Year. Is that bad? I loved her before she won Grammy of the Year. I mean, Best Rap Album. I feel like that once everybody else started, I think that I like Doechii as being like a jewel for me. And then I feel like once she won Best Rap Album, it's not that I don't want her to be successful. I just feel like now she's getting pulled in all these different type of directions, and she don't really know where she. It's the same thing that happened with Lauryn Hill. That's why I really think that Lauryn Hill stopped after her first album. It was like after her people realized that her album really was a success, she got started being pulled all these different type of ways. And why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? And watch it, and it's like, okay. Doechii finally getting some shine. Nicki is the queen of rap, the queen of rap. Ain't no other girl that can come close to what she has done but Cardi B. And I gotta shout out to Tasha K. But Cardi B was a good rap she was a rap superstar about 7 years ago. I like Glorilla's song too. Glorilla giving same flow. She giving same flow. I don't think that the girl. I really, honestly and truthfully, I don't think that I don't think that the rap girl is considered Glorilla a threat because she one of them girls who she ain't doing what the other girls doing. But it's getting same flow. I like Doja. She a lyricist. Me too. We need a girl to come in the game and say she taking the spot. Do you like Chloe new song with Offset? Chloe who? Chloe who? The best rap album. Not many female rappers have that. ANDREW GABOR. I know she don't got the. I know it's only 3 of them that got it. What is this hoe? What's my song? Who sing that? Amy J, Doja, and Sweetie. That's my best friend. Sweetie ain't no. Sweetie need to retire. If Sweetie got a song with some man, I be seeing it on the TV at the gym. I was like, she need to retire. She overrated. Who overrated? Glow was my girl though. Lauren was laid up with a nigga. I really love Glow personality. Cardi doesn't know how to succeed without beefing with Nicki. See, Patterson, is that the truth? I see every time Cardi drops something, I see Nicki going on a rant. Or any type of girl. I think that when any type of girl gets some motion, I see Nicki going on a rant. Glow isn't a lyricist. She just make good hits. Right. Because she's from Memphis. Chloe Bailey. Oh, no, I don't. Glow don't miss. She missed a lot. Nicki crashes out. We gotta leave it. I'm just saying, in 2025 and 2026, we gotta leave that Tootsie alone, baby. You feel me? We gotta leave that Tootsie alone. Sweetie needs to stick to selling pussy. My God. Nicki is ranting about Twitter modifications. Then we seen Nicki over there. Nicki is so, baby, I thank you, Kingsley. Listen, I be seeing shit and I be having so much for y'all to talk about. Y'all gotta live. Okay, let's just turn to something else. Kingsley, baby, did y'all see that Nicki? I knew she was off her rocker. She had tweeted a video from Jaguar Right. I was like, bitch. This girl went over there and tweeted a video from Jaguar Right. I went and clicked the video because I thought she maybe had a new video or something going out or whatever. She tweeted a video from Jaguar Right with some conspiracy theory. Girl, Cardi coming out with an album, girl, and she won Best Rap Album, girl.
So let it go.
Let it go, girl. Let it go. You sitting over here with Jag. Let me look and see before we go if we got a verdict yet. Let me see. Oh, gee. If I was on the jury, I found them guilty though. Sorry. I think they proved the case. I do think that they proved the case. Okay, let me see. Mhm. Mhm. Y'all seen? I don't know if y'all seen this, but on the on the on Twitter, in the fitness community, they are people. So Drake had posted a picture of his abs. He didn't have no abs, but he had abs, but he didn't have nothing else. And so some man started talking about it, and they was trying to say, I don't know. It's just so funny because this is the crazy thing. Men go and they body shame women all day, right? And so once it they so Drake posted this picture, right? You could look at the abs. If you take Drake's face and his skin tone off of this looks just like Portia's stomach this season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. The abs are sketched. He had ab sketching surgery. It's not hard to let me see if I can see if yeah, y'all know I want some In and Out. For some reason, I want some In and Out. I don't want the fries, but I want the burger. Anyway, okay. So he posted this picture on Instagram. He don't got no biceps. He don't got no forearms. He don't got no traps. He don't got no triceps. He don't got no chest. He just got sketched abs. The abs are sketched. This is not this is like Charles or Portia. And then people started talking about it. And look at this titty over here. Right, Nisha, BBL Drizzy. Look at this titty over here. This is ab sculpting surgery. This looks just like Portia's stomach. This looked like Portia's stomach. And so I feel like I'm not trying to be funny. It just goes to show that you can get online and say anything that you want to about a woman, and ain't nobody supposed to say nothing. But when you say something about a man, all of a sudden you gay, you this, you that. And so you've seen men in the comments, and it's what Diva be saying. You see men in the comments because they're not on code, because men are not supposed to talk about other men's bodies online. And so you see men from the gym community like, nah, nigga, this nigga got his abs sculpted. You know what I'm saying? Like you can look at his body and tell when you have a when you have abs, the rest of your body don't look like this, right? But now they're trying to call men gay for looking at Drake's body and saying that his abs are sculpted. Nigga, please. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said the queen of rap, Megan, said these niggas hate on BBLs and be walking around with the same scars. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. But she probably is the queen of rap, of Queen of Houston rap, or San Antonio, as they say, the San Antonio hottie. I think Moneybag Yo body was sculpted too. Yes, let me go see. Let me go see. Them abs too deep for them arms to be. Like, thank you, Johnny's Angel. Yes, Moneybag looks good to me. Cobra. Dr. Curves did that. Niggas want to be baddies too. They be want to be baddies too. They don't want to work for it. Let me see. Money bag. Yeah, and I want what's it called to put some tights on when he in the gym though. Uh, black and yellow. Oh no, this ain't sculpted, baby. If this sculpted, he need his money back. Charles got his abs sculpted. You remember Charles got his abs sculpted? That's what Drake looked like. Charles with his sculpted abs. Y'all remember Charles? And they had him over there. They thought that he had that retarded strength, and they was over there digging in his. They was over there digging in his. Had that had that thing over there sucking that stuff up out of him, and he's over there saying, ah, ah. I said, Charles. Let me see. Look at y'all. Y'all say I got abs, bitch. Simply Sakina, I don't know Charles. I just know the one that Charles from Content Mastery. Shit. Charles in the retarded class, Simply Sakina. Shit. I don't know his name. What is this, honey? Girl. Baby. Girl. It's only $200 if you don't get anesthesia. That looks like a honey bun, girl. Dina, I love honey buns, baby. Don't give them that. I don't know what this is. And he got the nerve, child, baby. All right, y'all. But literally played with that man's body. You know, for me though, if I, I feel like it's so funny because I have body image issues. I'm not afraid to say it. And so it'd be so funny because I have body image issues, but I know I got body image issues and I'm just be tripping. Because when I go to the gym sometime, anytime I'm feeling like I'm having, people will be like, what do you do for this and what do you do for that? Because everybody always tell me I have a nice physique, right? But then in my head, I don't think that for me, the goal would never be to go and get a surgery. Because I feel like with your natural body, you can fix whatever you feel like that you're lacking at, right? But I feel like once you get surgery, you stuck. In my opinion. Like if you go get surgery on your body or whatever, and you go get like you try to go get ass or whatever, and you get botched, that ass is gonna forever be botched unless you're gonna have the money to go back and get it again, right? So I just would never. I would be too afraid to go and get surgery. That's crazy to me. Sometimes your commentary triggers me when we talk about bodies. So listen to your body probably. It is snatched, but I just don't feel like it on certain days. It is. I just don't feel like it on certain days. But I would be too afraid to go and get surgery. Just in my opinion. Because I just feel like that you could just work whatever you lacking out. But when you get surgery, it's different. They finally wrapping the season up. Yes, cosmetic surgery is a true gamble. And a lot of, if you cannot be reversed, it's too deep. Right. Especially in the face because people look at your face the most. Oh, Donatella. But Donatella got that face done. Donatella face don't look the same that it used to no more. But y'all, I gotta go. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate the love and support. Are y'all watching Miami? Are y'all watching Miami? Miami is good, y'all. I feel like that. I'm confused with the Real Housewives, the Real Housewives franchise. I think that a lot of people probably don't watch Miami because it's not a lot of Black women on the show. But I don't know. I think it's a good show. Atlanta about to leave. Because Atlanta about to be off. Oh, I'm watching yours too, Simply. I know that you watch it. And you be having your reviews out quick. I need to be more like you. I'm waiting for OC. See, I'm too far behind. I'm a drink for you in Panama, Gabor. Oh, hope you having a good birthday vacation. Donatella Jeff Bezos' wife whore. They got married. They got married this weekend. Miami is good. Yes, but I don't like the way that they treat Gertie. Me neither. They sleeping on Miami. They sleeping on Miami. Larsa. What about Larsa? I don't like that them girls. Listen, before I go, I'm just gotta say that I don't like that them girls sit there and let Julia do that to Gertie and didn't do nothing. Nobody got up and did nothing. Nobody got up and did nothing. This woman just beat cancer. And Julia was like, I don't like that. I don't like that, y'all. But I would have said that. I'm not saying that just because Gertie is Black. I would have said that for anybody. But especially because Gertie is Black. I'm just being real. Yes, baby, first Cancun, Mexico, and Panama, baby. You know what we call that, Richie? That means that you going on tour, baby. I know that's right. I was ready to beat some ass when they really played with Gertie. Me too. Kiki tried to tell Gertie to leave. What's she leaving for? You should see how they treated Gertie last season. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and see. And I'm gonna watch. I do know. I feel like though I'm gonna watch this show. I don't know if I'm gonna review it. We'll see. The show with Tyson Beckford, Carlos Bouger, and this man, the wrestler. I feel like that's gonna be good because I feel like with those men, I think that these are men that women find attractive. I just hope that these women, because Flavor of Love, I don't think none of them women was really into Flavor Flav like that. But these women probably be giving up a little pussy in this house over here. It's probably gonna be all kind of shit going on. King's Court, yeah, King's Court. Julia should be fired. Yes, this Panamanian man was flirting with me today, child. Panama. That's what it's. What was his name? Shine, ain't Shine down there? These old hoes don't want to get married. Julia want to be down with them. That's what I see. That's what I see. Why you whisper put? Why does Atlanta have a 3-part reunion? We might be surprised. We might be surprised. We might be surprised at the 3-part reunion. I don't know. But but it feels like that we're gonna get to the bottom of what happened between Johnny Taylor and Miss Diane though. And I'm here, Belize. Okay. Child is in Belize. Okay, I'm sorry. Shit, I don't know. I forgot. Shit. Somewhere where they got black people. We only need 2 parts for Atlanta. Classic Quilla, we don't know. I watched too much Raheem Shabazz. I know how Spanish girls get down. I'm good. Richie, I seen that Raheem girlfriend over there turning into Cassie, baby. Raheem girlfriend over there turning into Cassie, talking about my story will be told. Bitch said my story will be told. You know what I really think happened, Richie? I think that he started seeing Raheem bottom and started saying that's sus. And he didn't want to mess with him no more. Shine is from the islands. Yeah, Julia should be fired. Cause that drink toss could have went way left. It could have went way left, and I don't like that nobody did nothing. How many motherfucking Kaylas do Marisol got? How many Kaylas do Marisol got? Steve got 3 kids? Is he a gay porn star simply? Well, I'm not going to say porn star. It's a gay man that be having sex on Twitter. How many, simply Sakina, how many kids how many kids do Steve got? Because I done seen 3 kids in less than 3 minutes on the show. How many kids do Steve got? And she talking about call her mommy. Call me mommy. We got Hunter and Gary, and then we had a girl over there that she was saying call me mommy. How does this marriage benefit Marisol? Marisol is the killer. No. She got 3 killers. 2 to 3 children. See, no. Gertie should have pushed the drinks out Julie hand. It was too much. Amy J, she threw the drink and then was standing in Gertie's face, pointing her finger in her face. Oh, I ain't calling you mommy, girl, bye, right? Hell no. What marriage ever benefits Marisol? Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to wash some clothes and stuff. Today was my off day from the gym, but it will be a Lizzo summer, and we got to get it. Larsa Pippa got a fine man now. She let the fine man go. Classic Quilla. Because Marisol doesn't have kids, she said that she need access to Steve's money before his kids. It's uneasy. It ain't gonna be no more money. How old is she? She didn't say how old she was, but she give me about 76. I think that her and Mama, I think Marisol and Mama Braxton give me they about the same age. So she probably like 76, 77. Mm-hmm. Did you do reunion looks? Yes, Leah, I did. I did the reunion looks. But thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios. Yes, Simply Sakina 76. Bye, y'all.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.